Hey everyone, if you're deep in the crypto world, you know the drill, right? You've got wallets all over the place, one for this chain, another for that one. You're constantly switching between apps, and it's just, well, it's organized chaos. Today, we're going to dive into the idea of a crypto super app, a single solution that's designed to finally bring some order to all that madness. So, let me ask you something straight up. Is your main wallet basically a design from 2021? I mean, in a space that moves as fast as crypto, that's practically ancient history. That feeling of being stuck with outdated tech, that's really the core of the problem we're talking about today. Because let's be real, for most of us, this is what it looks like. You've got your MetaMask for Ethereum, your Phantom for Solana, maybe you've got a third one for Tron or something else. You're hopping between apps, trying to remember where everything is, keeping track of all these different seed phrases. It's a total juggling act. And honestly, it's a massive headache. All right, so why is everything so frustrating? Where does all this stress come from? Well, that daily struggle really boils down to three fundamental headaches. Let's break them down. First up, you've got fragmentation, that constant app juggling we just talked about. Then, oh man, there's the gas barrier. We've all been there. Transaction failed. Why? Not enough of some random gas token. It's infuriating. Then you have the security risks of, leaving your funds on a centralized exchange. And maybe the biggest one of all, seed phrase anxiety. That constant nagging fear that you might lose that one little piece of paper and lose absolutely everything. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. It's the before and after. On the left, you've got the old way. Chaos, stress, getting blocked by fees, taking risks. But on the right, you have the vision that a super app like StabyLink is promising. One app, one screen. Peace of mind. No more gas fees blocking you. And trading securely from your own wallet. It's a total shift from complexity to simplicity. And this is where StabyLink enters the picture. Look, they're not just trying to build another wallet. They are positioning themselves as a true Web3 super app, the all-in-one solution designed to finally end the chaos and bring your entire digital world into one place. Okay, the big idea sounds amazing, right? But how does the magic actually happen? How do they pull it off? Let's get into the weeds and look at the specific, powerful features they've built to solve these huge crypto headaches. First things first, they are going straight for that seed phrase anxiety. We've all been there, right? Writing down those 12 words on a piece of paper, hiding it somewhere. It's just so stressful. Their solution is what they call the keyless era. You just log in with your Google account, your Face ID, or your fingerprint. It's that simple. Your face literally becomes your key. Now, this is a super important point. Even though the login is simple, StabyLink is a non-custodial wallet. What does that mean? It means you and only you are in control of your private keys. It's exactly like holding cash in your own hand versus leaving it in a bank. It all comes back to that core crypto mantra. Your keys, your crypto. You always have 100% control. Okay, next up, gas fees. How does this magic actually work? Well, let's say you want to swap some USDT. Instead of having to make sure you have some ETH or BNB for gas, the protocol is smart enough to just take the small network fee directly from the USDT you're already swapping. Behind the scenes, something called a relayer network pays the native gas for you. The bottom line for you, your transaction just works. It's completely seamless. And this is how they tackle that whole fragmentation problem. It's not just a wallet for one thing. It brings everything together. Ethereum, Solana, Base, you name it, all on one screen. But here's the real game changer, the custom RPC feature. Basically, this means you can add almost any network that's compatible with Ethereum. This is huge for developers or anyone who loves exploring new Layer 2s. And StabyLink is so much more than just a place to hold your crypto. It's a full-blown trading powerhouse. It has a built-in DEX aggregator that scans places like Uniswap and PancakeSwap to hunt down the absolute best price for you. It's even got a perpetual futures DEX built right in. You can activate one-click trading to make moves instantly, no annoying pop-ups. And you can do all of this without ever giving up custody of your funds. And then you've got Zen. Think of it as your own personal AI trading assistant. Instead of fumbling with complex interfaces, you can just chat with it. Literally type, buy $100 of Solana, and Zen does all the heavy lifting. But it's not just for convenience. Zen is also like your personal bodyguard. It automatically audits smart contracts and will flash this big red warning if you're about to interact with a scam token or a honeypot. So the features are impressive for sure, but a great product needs a solid plan for the future, right? So now let's switch gears and look at the tokenomics and the roadmap that are fueling this entire ecosystem for the long run. First thing you need to know, the total supply. It's fixed, hard-capped, at exactly 1 billion STBL tokens. That's the magic number. No more will ever be created, which sets the entire foundation for how the token works. So, how is that 1 billion split up? You can see it's a really balanced approach. 20% is set aside for a community airdrop, another 20% goes to liquidity, and 20% is for marketing. And that biggest slice, 40%, is held in a reserve for long-term growth. And this table really tells the story behind those percentages. That airdrop, that's all about rewarding the early believers and building a strong community from day one. The liquidity portion is locked, which is crucial for stable trading. Marketing is pretty self-explanatory, getting the word out there. And that big 40% reserve, it's vested and locked, which means it's all about playing the long game and fueling future growth. It's a solid strategy. So here's the journey laid out in 4 clear phases. Phase 1 is happening right now, that's the genesis. Then in early 2026, we hit Phase 2, expansion, which is when all those core features go live. Phase 3 is all about mass adoption. Think mobile apps and getting on more exchanges. And then Phase 4, wow, they're really thinking about the future here, with goals like quantum-resistant security and even a physical debit card. So when you pull it all together, the multi-chain support, the gasless transactions, the AI assistant, the forward-thinking security, what you get is the grand vision. It's about creating a single, powerful, and incredibly secure financial super app that lives right there in your pocket. And you know, this whole thing makes you think about a much bigger trend, doesn't it? Our digital lives are just getting more and more complicated, with more apps, more passwords, more everything. So the big question is, will the future belong to these super apps, the ones that manage to pull everything together into one simple, elegant place? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.